Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the newest episode of the Rock and Rap Connection. Uh, Tonight, I'm back here with my co-host Chris. Chris, how you doing, man? Everything's good?
Yeah, man, everything's good. Last week was a pretty hard week, but
Yeah.
I'm back at it here on the Rock Rap Connection.
Yes, sir.
Today's a great episode because we have our first guest.
Yeah, we do. Our very first guest of the show ever.
It's actually six guests.
All of the band members are here of the new metal band, so they're gonna be
Yes,
here in a few minutes.
it is a new metal cover band.
Yep.
Their name is That New Metal Band.
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk to them. They'll be
Oh.
on. Actually, maybe about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They'll be on.
Yeah.
So we're gonna chop it up with them and get to know them and how their band got started. I'm happy to be back with you to hear. We got a little bit of news
Yeah.
to start with.
Yeah.
Bamboozle Festival has announced a second wave of musicians for the festival, which is taking place May 5th through 7th in Atlantic City, New Jersey at Bader Field.
Oh, nice.
So announced so far now, they have Motionless in White, Papa Roach.
Oh, nice.
They have Flyleaf,
Yep.
Bad Omens, Trippy Red,
Yep.
Chelsea Grin, A Boogie with the Hoodie, Mind Force, Ski Master Slump, The Garden, and End It. Not only that, they have Limp Bizkit headlining, Hollywood Undead, E-Town Concrete, We the Kings, Black Bear. I mean, it's a loaded festival here. Not only that, my camera.
Go ahead. It's all right.
Shit. Not only that,
yeah,
but they have Game Changer Wrestling having a show there.
Really?
Yeah.
That should be really interesting. That should be really interesting.
They're mixing rock, rap, and
wrestling. Perfect. Perfect triple threat, man. Triple threat, man. That's perfect.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Yes.
I was gonna say I'm interested to see how A Boogie with the Hoodie is gonna do out there. That's an interesting festival to be a part of in terms of being a hip hop artist. You know what I mean? It's very
Bamboozle has always been like a big festival.
Yeah.
But as the years go on, it's like it just gets bigger and bigger, and I think this is the one that actually interests me the most.
Yeah. It should be,
like you said, it has the triple threat of rock, rap, and wrestling, which is what we're all about.
My three favorite things. So let's.
Limp Bizkit, we were talking about on a previous episode.
Yeah,
we were talking about Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Motionless in White, I've played them on Motley Metal countless times. Papa Roach.
Yeah.
I mean, they're during 1999, 2000, the early 2000s.
Yes, sir.
I mean, they got Flyleaf is another great band.
Yeah.
It's going to be big this year. May 5th through 7th, Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Yes, sir. Atlantic City, New Jersey. Get ready for a big festival. That sounds amazing. I just wanted to add one more thing. I went through my favorite rock bands a few weeks ago when we did our first episode together. So one thing I will tell you, and I forgot about this, but now that he's mentioned, I'll mention it. Papa Roach.
Yes.
One of my favorite. I'm going to tell you, one of my favorite artists from the rock side of things ever.
Papa Roach.
Yeah,
I felt like was like underrated.
Yes.
A lot of people know The Last Resort. They know the popular songs.
Yeah.
But if you actually, for those that have actually listened to some of the albums, they are a good band.
Very good.
And I think they were very underrated, and they're kind of treated like a one-hit wonder.
Yeah,
they're a great fucking band, and they've kind of made a comeback lately. Like we were talking about, a lot of the newer generation are going back in and fucking listening to the older rock.
Yeah.
So now they want to see Papa Roach.
Yes,
You know what
sir.
I mean? They want to see Limp Bizkit. It's 2023, and it is rocking at a festival.
Yeah. Oh man. You know what?
So yeah,
Uh, every time I used to see every time I used to see a Papa Roach video constantly on my TV. Like that's what got me into them. Like I think it was Much Music or something like that. Like they
yeah.
used to play like Papa Roach like constantly. So
Much Music was good for rock.
yeah,
I,
yeah,
I I like Much Music.
Much Music was really good. Yeah, for everything, not just rock, but for everything. They showcased every a little bit of every genre, right? So
Yeah, yeah. But like something that came to my mind while I was talking to the festival,
yeah,
talking about the festival.
yeah,
Um, they should live stream concerts. I mean,
they
live
should.
streaming is a big thing nowadays.
Yeah,
Some people would pay to watch their favorite bands.
I definitely would. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's kind of a reason I started a thing with Motley Metal called the hold on, the Motley Metal it's we had like a live concerts here,
Yeah,
and I started it through the pandemic.
yeah,
And like I think it's a good idea. It's whether it's audio or video,
yeah.
people would still want to kind of be a part of that experience, just
Exactly,
like
exactly.
wrestling, just like baseball, football.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I remember there was a one year, I think it was like 2019 or 2000, no, 2018 or 2019, like before the pandemic. I there's a big like a concert in the hip hop world. It's called Hot 97 puts on Summer Jam, right? So there was one year in particular that you had to purchase Jay-Z's streaming service, which was Tidal, right? Which is called Tidal. And I had to purchase Tidal to watch the actual stream. I did that for the first time ever because I knew that my guy 50 Cent was gonna be there, so I had to watch him perform live for the first time. So yeah, I did that
Exactly. A lot of
a few
people
years
want
ago.
want to have that experience.
Exactly, exactly. Because I'm not gonna I couldn't fly. Obviously, I couldn't fly all the way to New York at that time. So yeah, it's an alternative way to have that experience. Yeah, like you were saying.
Well, we do have some sad news.
Yeah,
On January 18th, David Crosby passed away. So rest in peace, David Crosby. He was part of Crosby, Stills and Nash, classic artist.
yeah,
I remember, a lot of old timers listening to him, and he was part of the top performers of all time. He was part of the counterculture movement in the 1960s. It seems like in our episodes we have some unfortunate sad news
somber
that
news all
breaks
the
and so
time. Yeah,
yeah.
Jesus
Um,
Christ. Yeah, I know. It's
but
all right.
even like personally, again, I didn't do the show last week
Yeah,
because of a similar situation. Um,
yeah,
I just want to take a second out to tell people, reach out to your loved ones and let them know you love them, check up on them,
yeah,
and you you gotta take life for what it is and enjoy it, and
yep.
cherish the little moments and cherish every moment with a friend. um all that bickering, fighting, little petty issues, they don't matter in the end.
Exactly, exactly.
you know
Um,
so you know I just want to let people know, let your loved ones know and the people you care about, let them know that you love them, and just be nice to people, man. Be a good person.
Yeah, it's actually important to be nice to people, because actually you actually never. I know this sounds cliche because mostly everybody says it now, but it's true. Be nice to people because you don't know what they're going through. A simple hello and a simple how are you doing could make their day, right? So you
Yeah,
don't know what people are going
100%.
through on a daily basis. So it's just important to be nice to people, because whether you're close to them or not, like, we don't want anything bad happening to people. So it's just nice to be nice to people. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't cost us anything. It's just a human nature. Just trying to be nice to people. That's all we're asking for. Because
Yeah,
especially during pandemic times, you don't really know what's going to happen. So yeah, we just want to put out the message out there that it's important to be nice to people, and it's important to check on who you love. So yeah, just
yeah.
make that important note there.
Yeah.
And
Well, in about 5 minutes,
yeah,
we're gonna have that new metal band on here. We're
yeah,
gonna chop it up with them. I have a couple questions for them.
yeah.
I did some research on them, and they're actually pretty close. You know, the New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania areas.
Yeah, yeah,
They've done some interesting stuff. We're gonna get into that when we talk to them. I think it's a unique dynamic that they have. I like it.
hmm.
Um,
I do too.
the lead singer, I would say the lead singer, he when you see him and then you hear his voice ripping these vocals, I'm like, whoa. I did
Yeah,
not expect that. And I just started scrolling through their page and just clicking play, play, play.
yeah.
So
I just
they
actually
definitely
I
made a
just
fan into me.
exactly, and I think recently they posted their cover of Limp Bizkit. So
Yeah.
I want to get into that. I want to get into that particular thing and see how they feel about it, and how they, or what made them cover that song right there, because that's friggin' amazing.
Yeah. I like their Lincoln Park, One
Yeah,
Step Closer.
yeah, yeah,
That one I
yeah,
loved. I loved that one. They also covered Finger 11,
yep.
WWE wrestler Kane's entrance music.
Oh wow, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean
Wow.
they've done some pretty interesting stuff.
I'm actually, now that you mentioned Kane, I'm actually really, really excited to to do this right now. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it all came about, man. How it all came about, and yeah. So last week, just to cover a different side of the news. So last week, well, not last week, a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago, actually, since we're on the somber note of bad things happening here, I just want to give, because he was one of my favorite wrestlers and one of my favorite tag teams. Just want to give a rest in peace to Jay Briscoe, and hoping that his family, because his family was injured in this situation as well, right? So just
Yes,
want to give
yeah,
it, make sure his family is okay, and we'll make sure that all the information that's needed is put out there for
yeah.
donation. If you guys want to donate anything, we'll make sure all the information is put out
Also, AEW and Ring of Honor have put out a Jay Briscoe tribute shirt,
there. Yeah,
and all of the profits, all the proceeds go
yep,
to the family.
yep,
So you can even support them by buying the shirt, and it's a pretty dope shirt.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, just anything you can do to help these little girls and this boy, man, and his wife, his brother Mark.
yeah.
I mean, their family's going through some tough times. Um, Mark Briscoe tore it up on AEW.
Yesterday, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that they allowed Mark Briscoe to wrestle
Finally, yeah.
and that they acknowledged Jay Briscoe. They opened up with that video package. That kind of broke me down.
Me
Um,
too, man. Me too. That was one of the most.
Jay Briscoe was very close to my trainer.
Yeah,
So, just knowing that my trainer was affected by this too, how they were close,
Yeah.
like how close they were. I was checking on him every day.
Yeah.
Just trying to be there this whole situation.
Yeah.
Especially you got to feel for the other family as well.
Exactly.
And that's something not enough people are talking about, and the family wants to express.
Yeah.
That they're going through the same struggle, and you can't forget about them, and you can't cast stones at them or try to put blame on them.
No, it's nobody's fault. It was just an accident, man. It was just
it was an accident.
Yeah.
And it's I think it's very I would say I don't want to say being a good human being, because this is further than that. To be able to say, hey, help this family out too, because not a lot of people would be in that mind frame.
I know that's true. Yeah. So, we're just gonna pop out to commercial, because I think two of the members are here right now. So we're just gonna pop to a commercial, and then when we come back, the two band members, two of them will be here. So
we're gonna have two members of that new metal band here on the Rock Rap Connection.
Yes,
we got a little commercial for you.
Three of them.
Stay tuned, folks.
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, this is Carl from the ATR Network, also the producer of the Around Rose podcast, and I'm proud to introduce to you one of our good partners, Moonstar Smoke, right here in Animal Park, New Jersey. There's their phone number, their fax number. Guys, if you're a vape smoker like I am, they have everything you need. Also, too, if you're a hookah smoker, they have all your needs for that. Check them out. They're a mom and pop store. Sweetest people in the world, and you want to check them out. But also, too, you want to stay tuned to see more advertisements coming from them.
All right, we're back here on the Rock Rap Connection. We're here with three members now of that new metal band.
Yes, sir.
You just heard a commercial from one of our sponsors. So if you're in Elmwood Park, New Jersey, check them out. Welcome to the show, guys. If you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Brian. I'm the drummer and one of the vocalists.
I'm Justin. I am also responsible for bass playing, and I also craft set lists.
Wow. I'm Gershwin. I'm one of the co-singers, newest member.
Newest member. All right.
He's making his debut tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
So in Staten Island, he's playing our first show with us tomorrow. So
that's at Paradise Island.
Paradise Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So our producer had introduced us to you, pretty much introduced us to you guys. I did a little research on you guys, so I'm looking forward to chopping it up with you guys. I'm gonna let Kosta take it off from here.
All right. So what I wanted to ask you guys, was there a particular moment in your lives that got you into music in the first place?
Oof! Wow, we're digging really deep, right at the get-go.
Yeah, this from the beginning. Yeah, exactly, right from the beginning. Yeah.
I mean, it all goes back down to hybrid theory back in 2001, 2002.
Yeah.
The first time. Come on.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
For me, I'm gonna say it was my dad started me off when I was really little, playing grunge for me. Whenever I was in car rides with him, I'd be listening to Alice in Chains, Puddle of Mud, Nirvana, among other artists. I didn't discover new metal until I'd hit middle school, when I learned about artists like Linkin Park and Korn, but I didn't really listen to them until close to adulthood. Even so, as far as new metal artists go, I do like deeper cuts. One of my favorites is Seven Dust, for example. I've
Yeah.
seen Seven Dust twice so far. So yeah, that too, and I come from a family of musicians, so I sort of came out of the womb expected to know how to play an instrument.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, for me, I basically listened to music off and on the radio through my parents for a long time, but it really did just start when I heard Hybrid Theory. It was like I finally understood what my music was, the music that
Yeah.
like spoke to me, and from there it went into like you mentioned, Korn, Seven Dust, Slipknot. I also became really obsessed with a band called Stabbing Westward. So I think Stabbing Westward and Linkin Park together really got me singing and like on the path that I'm on.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Linkin Park, it's funny that you mentioned Linkin Park actually because they're one of my inspirations as well. One of my favorite songs from them is actually a song called "Somewhere I Belong." So
Yeah.
that's how I got into like Linkin Park and rock and stuff. So yeah, it's great that you mentioned them because they were one of my influences as well. So it's good that we have all of these things in common. Good.
They're definitely one of the gateway bands into heavier music. That's for sure. For a lot of people.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yes.
I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, listening to mostly hip hop, a little bit of punk,
Yeah.
a little, whatever was on the radio, mostly too. But when I was in around middle school, that's when Hybrid Theory came out, and that's when I started really listening to rock music, in general.
Yeah.
And that was the band for me that, like you said, that like kind of spoke to you. That was the music for you, and I became an instant fan of Linkin Park. I had a bootleg CD where they had their name messed up. And that's what hooked me on them.
So good.
So you
Go
guys
ahead.
have a couple shows coming up.
Yeah, we're
tomorrow you have the show at Paradise Island, Staten Island. February 24th, Nyack, New York. If I'm correct, April 1st in
Kearney.
Kearney,
Yes, Kearney,
New Jersey.
Kearney.
April 1st. No,
I never know how to fucking pronounce cities.
That's all right. It's all right.
April 29th, you're back at Paradise Island.
We had that one moved. I gotta update that list a little bit, but we have another Staten Island one coming up in May. We're going back to Dingbats in Clifton, New Jersey, also sometime in May. I have something cooking in Atlantic City in June. I mean, it's really starting to take off, especially after playing at Pro Wrestling Magic last month.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
That's what I was about to lead
tell us
into.
about that experience and how that was.
It's because I found that interesting. I'm a pro wrestler myself, so when I seen that on your Facebook page, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool because I've always wanted to do something like that. Have a cover band of Motley Crue play me to the ring. So you played the entrance music for Pro Wrestler Steve Off on New Year's Eve at Pro Wrestling Magic. How was that experience for you guys?
Well, it seemed like a pretty obvious thing to do, really. I mean, wrestling and new metal, you go back to the early 2000s, wrestling and new metal, they kind of like grew up together at that during that time. So we reached out to Sean Hanrahan and Steve Off and said, "Hey, can we do something like a project together plus play at one of your events?" And they said, "Yeah, let's do it at Kingdom Come." That's kind of like our WrestleMania, so to speak. And there's no guidebook on how to do it. We just okay, all right, we're gonna set up. We're gonna go in the corner. It's gonna be like Limp Bizkit was at WrestleMania, and we'll just figure it out as we go along. And it was really, really cool to play it and see him, Steve Off going high-fiving everyone, going to the top turnbuckle, go to the
Yes.
crowd. So it was really neat. I would definitely do something like that again. I think a lot of people really appreciated that, we brought that to Pro Wrestling Magic.
Yeah, it was definitely one of our more guerrilla shows, we might say, in that we didn't really have like formal things. It was us figuring stuff out as we went along. But I did attend an event there with Brian just to get an idea for what we'd be getting ourselves into, because
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person who, like, if I'm going to do something for the very first time, at least wants to have an idea, get a lay of the land for what's going on. And
Yeah.
I'm glad I did. I act, so I've done theater, and it's kind of like theater in some way, watching wrestling. And we had our individual parts to play in like the whole story of it all.
Yeah. Wow.
So
Okay, that's. I was gonna say that's an interesting way to look at everything. So yeah, do you have any? questions?
Yeah.
Well,
I like
we were like characters.
the idea of
I mean,
rock and wrestling. I always
Alex-
say it was meant to be.
What?
So I like that you guys played the wrestling show. I hope you guys like kind of open up a market for that. That would be pretty cool. Like, you're that new metal band and you're that wrestling band.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to have a reputation as a wrestling band for sure. In fact, I'm surprised that it's not something that in the independent circuit that you don't see more often. I've been a fan of independent wrestling for a couple of years now, and I've never seen anything like that. So I'm like, you know what? Let's be the first in this area at least to do something like that.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, so, like you said, so go if you can go back to the point where you said you were a bunch of characters. You were saying something about characters.
Oh yeah. We were kind of like characters in the whole thing, because during the match of Steve and Alex goes up to our singer Cyrus, and he just throws something at him and goes, "You suck."
Oh yeah, that's right.
And during the whole time, I mean, we played Steve's entrance, so we were rooting for Steve. Obviously, I was like, "Oh no, don't do it to him!" Like in the background, I was like, "You know what? Let's try to play into it." It felt like being a fan for so long. It felt nice to be a part of the production, and I want the full experience. I know you guys when you go to wrestle, you set up all the chairs. You're there early. I said, you know what? I want to do that. I want the full wrestler experience. So, so I went in. I did as much as I could to help up without getting in the way. And let's try to see if we could build up our reputation one of these shows at a time.
Right. So my second question is there a venue or an arena or a destination even that you guys want to perform in that you have not yet? Like your dream destination or your dream arena?
I'll take this one since I've seen Seven Dust play there twice now. I'm going to say Starland Ballroom.
I'm going to agree with that one. Yeah,
that too, and it's a good size. It's like not too huge, but like not really cramped up and small. And you have a nice stage to work with, and great atmosphere too. People stage dived a lot at the Seven Dust show I attended last year.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with him on that one. I mean, like it's been like for me a legendary place. I saw so many different bands there that I loved growing up. And it's like the quintessential New Jersey place. So many emo and punk bands played there. So it's like, I haven't done it, and I guess they haven't either. So yeah, totally.
All right. Well,
Brian, how about you?
Honestly, anywhere we can get booked. I'm
that makes sense.
Playing anywhere, man. Like, there's this one promoter we work with, Johnny, and Johnny's hilarious. Like, he'll walk into like a 10 by 10 distillery and be like, Yeah, good acoustics. This will make a good venue. And we had one of our coolest shows at like this in the corner of this tiny distillery. I'm happy playing in front of 5 people or 50. So
Wow.
venue doesn't really matter to me as long
Okay.
as
Yes.
All right. That's a great answer. That's a great answer. That shows a lot
Yeah,
of
bro.
ambition there.
That's kind of like the same wrestler attitude, man. It's like, you know what? Wherever the hell I can get booked, whoever wants to see me.
Yeah, exactly.
So I want to dive back a
recently
little bit into your history.
on your Facebook page that you guys covered Limp Bizkit. So
Yeah.
so I wanted to tell you guys that Limp Bizkit is one of my favorite, like probably my top 2 or top 3. So how did that come about, and how did you handle covering their music?
Well, as far as covering Limp Bizkit goes, I mean, when you're that new metal band, it's kind of a shoo-in. You know, you kind of have to do Limp Bizkit. That's why our logo is the red cap. I like to wear a red cap, or at least a Yankee cap every show we do. So yeah, Rollin', you know, that's another great wrestling song. That was Undertaker's theme for a while. That was the first time I had heard it too. Like, Undertaker's back. Now he's on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And what's this amazing music I'm hearing right now? So it was an easy choice to play it, and there's gonna be definitely more. There's gonna be more Limp Bizkit in the future for sure.
Right. Hey man, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Very, very, very legendary band there.
That and Rollin' is very much a crowd pleaser song. I've come to realize everyone like goes nuts when you play Rollin', and break stuff too. I remember the second show I did with these guys, we played Rollin', and like towards the breakdown, this dude in a werewolf mask came front and center and was like dancing and shit, because it was a halfway to Halloween show, so certain people were dressed up.
Nice. So, Mr. Rex, do you have any questions for these individuals? Any more questions for these individuals here?
Yeah, I want to dive a little bit deep here. How did the band start, and what was the idea to be a cover new metal band, as to writing your own music and you know, pretty much being like a new metal band rather than a cover band?
What started with me and which direction? Cyrus.
Okay.
Cyrus, who just joined us. Me
Hey,
and
Cyrus.
are the original members. It started. I wasn't even playing music for a while. My wife and I saw this band called Jesse's Girl. They were an '80s cover band, and they were better than just a cover band to me. They were kind of like a cover experience. You know, they had '80s movies playing in the background. They had the costumes. They were doing more than just playing the songs. They were making you feel like you were there, like you were a part of the era. And I said, I didn't grow up in the '80s. I grew up late '90s, early 2000s. When I want that band, but I want a new metal version. And so we're still working towards that. We're becoming more of the new metal experience every show we play. And that's really what gave me the idea and what got us started. And then I got a hold of Cyrus, and Cyrus, incredible vocalist. We met on Craigslist, and he was waiting for 2 years. He was like, "When are we starting this thing?" I'm like, hang on, I got it. It's coming. 2 years after meeting this guy on Craigslist, I finally invite him over, and we start the bands. And Cyrus, why don't you tell him about the next chapter, bud?
Yeah. Oh, are we talking about the Halloween show where everybody met up the first time and finally played together?
Yeah, that one.
So the first time we all actually get together, we had like a mini Halloween show thing. Like, we never met before this. We just all had online interactions, and then the first day we come together, 4 people in his basement killing it. And it was all uphill from there.
Perfect.
And
Wow, that's
Now,
a great story to like.
so you
put in a
guys,
quote or something. Wow,
you guys have pretty much been together from the start.
Yeah, me and Cyrus are the that direction.
Yeah.
Me and Cyrus are the originals, and then Justin's been with us about a year. Our original bass player, got a job. He couldn't do anymore, and it opened the door for Justin, who's become one of my best buds.
Yes, I think a couple days from today, it'll actually be like the 1 year anniversary of our phone call. I
Wow.
think.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, I came.
Whole year.
Yeah, I came across like the Craigslist ad, and as a bass player, I was like, I need an outlet to play bass, and this seems like a good way to do that. And I called Brian. I emailed him initially, and then he called me up, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I've been with them since.
Nice.
I remember we had a show planned and we had to get him caught up quick.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. And I didn't know how you guys had functioned at the time. So I was under the impression every song needs to be played as it was played on its original recording. So I bought my full arsenal to like my first rehearsal with you guys, only to get told, oh yeah, no, we try to keep things easy, so you're not tuning up and down constantly or switching instruments.
Right.
So yeah, after having Justin there for God, how many shows did we play last year? Like it feels like 20 or something. And then
It's a lot.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot. And then at one of them we met Gershwin and with his solo project Days of Gray, and he was phenomenal. And for our New Year's Eve Eve party, we had a band drop out. And we called him and said, "Hey, do you want to fill a spot?" And he said yes. And when he was up there singing, I was like, you know what? In the next couple weeks, I'm gonna find a way to fit him in the mix.
Yeah.
Tell me about it, bud.
Oh yeah, no, it was super fun. I've been trying to do like the solo project for a couple years now. I had a band that was pretty steady for about 4 years, and then in COVID, when we went into lockdown, we all broke up.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, how do I go on from here? So I put together like the solo project, like you mentioned, Days of Gray. It's just me. I was up there by myself. I had to bring the energy of the entire crowd to the entire crowd by myself. And I think that's what they kind of related to. But I mean, we've been to like 2-3 shows together now before we even played. And every time their energy, made me feel something. When I saw them play like these old songs that I fucking grew up listening to, like Limp Bizkit, Slipknot, Linkin Park, I was like, these guys are awesome. And it was funny because the feeling was mutual. And Brian told me that he wanted to like hook up and do something. I was like, I was kind of thinking that, but more of like, let's tour together or something, but as like separate projects. But this is great because I think we're going to be really benefiting each other in a lot of ways. Everyone here is like amazing musicians and showmen. So I was happy to jump on board,
Wow. Nice. This is the most interesting story I've heard of from a band that's getting together. So it's good. I'm glad that
it's like all these elements of like you have the wrestling, and then you guys share this love of the Hybrid Theory album, and it's just like all coming together. And then you hearing Gershwin having a solo project, and you're like, I got to get this guy in the band. It's just like, all right, this is like we're kind of seeing the building of
a true story of the stars aligning, right?
Yeah.
I think part of it is that we can recognize it, like I think when they heard my music, they could hear that influence. So, it made sense. And you're right. It's like sometimes stars align, it's cool. It's cool.
So you guys are obviously into new metal. What are some of your favorite new metal bands and influences?
Sai?
I'm a heavy guy.
Some of your favorite bands.
I'm
and
a heavy
influences?
guy. Like I said, I'm a heavy guy. So I'm not just talking about my physical appearance. So I love like the Slipknots, like anything aggressive with new metal. That's the direction I'm trying to go in.
Mhm.
So when we lighten it up, I'm like, okay, we can do something nice.
Mhm.
I won't scream all the time. So,
You joined the right band, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I got into Slipknot around the time I was backyard wrestling. I don't know. It just went right with it, man.
Again,
It goes together.
wrestling new metal, hand in hand.
It goes together.
Dude, I love LD50 from Mudvayne.
Yes.
Records. I'll still bump that today. I love we talked about Hybrid Theory, Meteor. It's just up there too. Seven Dust, all of their stuff. I'm really into. Slipknot's great. Yeah, I mean Korn.
Yeah.
If you tell me like new metal, this thing is new metal, I'm probably gonna listen to it and I probably will like it. But I think LD50 and Hybrid Theory and the first Slipknot record up there.
Nice. No, I have a question that may be interesting to you guys, but do you have any influences outside of rock, like maybe a hip hop influence or anything like that, or songs that you used to listen to that are outside of the rock influence or the rock genre?
Yeah, my biggest.
When I was in high school, I fell very heavily into black metal for some reason. I don't know how or why, but I went through a phase of like listening to Dimmu Borgir and Cradle of Filth, among other artists, for some reason. But every now and again, I'll revisit that. I feel like in my older years, I've mellowed out significantly.
Yeah.
But every now and again, I'll go back to that specific genre of music or other artists that are sort of hardcore.
Right.
I got introduced to Vane FM through a hardcore Facebook page I follow, as well as sometimes I'll come across music by sheer randomness. My brother and I were driving around one day, and this hardcore band called These Streets comes onto our Spotify. And I'm like, wait, don't switch us off. Let's listen to this for a bit. And I was like, wow, that's good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. My biggest influence is probably Michael Jackson.
Really? Nice.
Okay. So because of that, I'm like really into The Weeknd. I do some classical music too, particularly video game music.
Oh, nice.
I think it's a shame that I didn't mention White Pony, so I just want to say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned The Weeknd because I'm from Toronto, Canada, right? So which is where I am right now, and that's exactly where The Weeknd is from. So it's funny that you mentioned that. Yeah, The Weeknd is one of my favorite artists ever. Probably.
Great guy. Yeah, great artist.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Disney songs.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Disney songs. Right.
That's what I grew up on. And you know what? They still got some bangers.
Yeah.
This is Brian's way? This is Brian's way of telling everyone, expect a cover of us to cover A Whole New World with Gershwin doing Jasmine and Cyrus doing Aladdin.
Hey, that would actually be. I would actually be down to hear that. I would actually be down to hear that for sure.
Trying to get into Barbie Girl forever, and that sounds dope to me too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard of him. Leo Morcelli. He does metal covers of like every song.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
He's on YouTube. I think he's on Apple Music and Spotify as well.
Is that different from the guy who does like covers of songs in the style of other people? Do you know who I'm talking about?
I know 10-second songs, right? The guy with like the long hair.
Oh no! Yeah, this is a different guy.
Oh, it's a different guy.
Yeah. But if you check him out, like he does new metal songs of Disney songs. I mean, not new metal. He just does like metal covers. and rock covers of like pretty much any song. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy how you could take like the most like childish song, like he'll do DuckTales, and it's a banger.
That's awesome. Nice.
Metal is life, man. One of my biggest influences, believe it or not, is Stevie Wonder.
Really?
So
I've
Stevie
seen
Wonder, yeah.
I've seen Stevie Wonder twice in my life. Yeah, it was
nice.
amazing,
that's awesome.
epic.
Yeah, man.
And I also been on a huge folk music kick. Not sure why, but folk music has definitely been in heavy rotation.
Oh, folk music? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. That's yeah. Wow.
My cousin, he's down in Sebring, Florida right now. He does folk music.
That's awesome. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, some of that stuff is fun. Folk music is fun.
There's a lot of folk roots in metal music, which is why I think there's a lot of bands in Europe that will mesh the two together, like Teresis or Aluvatai or Ensiferum, couple cool ones.
Ailstorm too.
Ailstorm, well, with a pirate twist.
Wow. So, I'm still surprised that. I'm still surprised that you said folk music. Wow, that's interesting, man. Wow.
Yeah, for sure. You know when they do the end of the year wrap up for your Spotify or YouTube music?
Yes.
So it's heavy metal, rap music, and then folk music right under that.
Really? You said okay. So you said the wrap up, right? Is that the one? So there's only one artist in hip hop that does a wrap up. There used to be two, but now there's only one. So
Uncle Murder.
Yeah,
Uncle Murder.
Yeah, exactly, Uncle Murder. Yeah, that guy. Just to switch topics a little bit. That guy is he nails everything on the head. Every single thing. It's funny and it's accurate as well. I love that when he does that, man.
I look for two things at the end of the year: his wrap up and watching a ball drop. That's it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm the same way. So, yeah, I look forward to that every start of the year. Yeah. Yeah. So it's funny that you mentioned Uncle Murder because 50 Cent is one of my favorite artists, if not the top of my favorite artists. So they're affiliated. So just to tell you guys that I have no more questions for you, but I am honored that you were able to make it tonight, and we look forward to hearing more from you.
Thanks for having us,
guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Sorry I'm late, y'all.
No,
he's always late.
Happens.
He's always late. That's his thing.
It's all right.
It is actually.
It's all right.
Even to shows.
Yeah.
I usually come to the show like right when we're supposed to go on stage. So all I have is a mic anyway, so I'm just grabbing, plugging up, and walking up.
I was gonna say you have the easiest setup out of any of us.
It was funny. I seen this video on Facebook where it's like the different members of a band's coming to set up, and then it's like lead singer, and it's just crickets, and nobody's there. And it goes 2 hours later.
Yeah,
that's Cyrus, all right.
Oh man.
My first question about a show is what time do we go on, so I make sure I'm there before that time.
By the way, tomorrow be there by 7:30. No late.
7:30.
7:30 tomorrow. Yeah.
Paradise Island.
He'll be there at 7:25.
Right.
7:25. Yeah. Oh man. All right. So once again, guys, unless Mr. Rex has other questions, we want to say we appreciate you guys for coming here. This is our very first interview, so you guys have lucked out to have our very first interview on this show.
It's an honor.
Yeah, thank you very much for being here. Conversating with you guys was very, very educational. I learned a lot on the rock side of things, and we will definitely have you back on at a later time if you guys would accept us to do so. So
We'd
Absolutely.
love to hang out with you guys.
Of
again.
course, of
For
course.
sure.
Yeah,
Just send that invite.
100%. Why don't you guys plug your social medias and your upcoming shows?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Tomorrow we're going to be, or not sure when this airs, but it's Friday, January 27th at Paradise Island. Doors open at 8:00. So be there for our first Staten Island show. February 24th, we're playing in Nyack to benefit the cats and the dogs. Cyrus, do you know the name of that venue?
No, it's in Nyack. I know it's in Nyack, upstate.
And then after that, April 1st at Jimmy's Restaurant in Kearney, New Jersey. That's a show that we're putting together ourselves. It's called No Fooling Around. We have a bunch of our friends playing that one with us. And if you could follow us on Facebook and Instagram, we're just called That New Metal Bands. We post covers all the time. We post content and memes daily. And we're fans just like you are. And we love when people comment in our posts and we get to conversate with all of you and just share our love for new metal. So be our social media friends, even if you're not in the immediate area. And if you are in the immediate area, we'd love to see you at a show. So come
All
on.
right. And we just got confirmation that this will air tomorrow at 12 noon. So be on the lookout for that. 12 noon tomorrow.
12 noon.
So,
Midday.
That gives people plenty of time to get to Staten Island.
Just
Yeah.
just in time for them to make it.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Thank you
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
so much.
They'll be there before Cyrus.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All right. Thanks. Peace.
Peace out,
Peace
guys.
out.
Thank you.
Thanks again, fellas.
Peace,
All right.
man.
Peace out. Hey, that was great, man. That was great.
Yeah, that was great talking to them. I'm definitely gonna check them out. I'm gonna try to catch that April 1st show
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
that they're putting together. I want to see that. Maybe I can get us some scoop for the Rock and Rap Connection.
Yes,
Maybe I
sir.
can get us some scoop for Motley Metal, and yeah, I'm definitely a fan of them. Definitely some chill ass people.
Exactly.
And I'm going to try to make it out for the April 1st show with Jimmy's Restaurant and Lounge.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go there because I live all the way out here in Toronto, Canada, as I said. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go out there. But if you can make it and get us a scoop, that would be greatly appreciated, boss. Greatly
100%. I'd love to follow this band a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. You want to skip to a commercial now? Are you okay with the commercial now?
Yeah, let's take a little break. I'll take a little break myself.
All right.
We're gonna try to make a little bit of money for the show, so we'll be back right after this commercial.
Commercial, yeah.
Hey, folks, this is Carl from the ATR Network. Just want to let you know we have a brand new sponsor. It's Doobie Energy. All your energy drinks with no jitters and no crash. Check this out. See you next time.
Hey, and we're back. We're back.
Yeah, we're back here on the Rock and Rap Connection.
Yep.
I heard you got some news for us.
Yeah. I have some news for you guys on the rap side. Let me just go to my Twitter machine and check it out, okay? And let you guys know. So first on the docket, apparently an artist named, well, I don't know if you guys know him, but Young Thug was and his co-defendant were actually caught trying to make a drug deal. Wow, a drug deal in court while the judge was speaking. So that is surprising. I don't know why
Whoa.
somebody would do that, but that just caught me off guard, guys. They got caught in the court trying to make a drug deal.
I don't know. Either somebody's trying to set him up, or I don't know why someone would do that.
And I think let's discuss this further a little bit. So I think you're right. I think the person, because there was somebody who handed him the whatever it was, right? The paraphernalia, let's just say, right? So there was somebody that just walked up to Young Thug and just handed him something. He didn't even know what it was, right? So I think that somebody was trying to set him up, as you said, to get into more trouble, right? That's what it looks like to me, because you don't just walk up to somebody in the court while the case.
Yeah, I mean that's
It's
that would be stupid.
Let's call it what it is. It's blatantly stupid. That's what it is. Blatantly stupid. That's what it is, really. And I don't know if, because Young Thug, to me, he looked like he didn't know what was being handed to him even, right? So I think somebody, like you said, was trying to set him up to get into more trouble, right?
Yeah, I think it needs to be investigated further.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if he is innocent, and you're gonna lock him up, and he didn't commit that crime, he didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I think if that is the situation that he was set up, it does need to be investigated further.
Exactly. But who knows?
Why would you do that in court?
There's no explanation for it except for, again, what you said, in which they're trying to set him up to get into more trouble. And I kind of know how the justice system works, in which you said that they should investigate it further, but me and you both know that they're not going to do any investigating at all, right? So they're going to just go with what happened, and Young Thug is going to get into however more trouble he gets into, right? So these are the things, man. This is why it is important to know that when an artist builds themselves up to reach a certain point, it's important to, and this is looked down upon within I would say the street or the hood. It's looked down upon in the music industry, but it's important to move away from where you came from, because if you go back to the hood and you have and you become financially stable, you also put a huge target on your back, and there are people that are going to hate on you for no reason, just because of the fact that you made it out of the hood and they did not, right? So again, artists make it a point to be able to go back to the hood, but in most cases it's not the smartest idea to do, the smartest thing to do. So
yeah, there's always going to be people that are jealous, that are quote unquote haters.
Yeah.
And they're gonna want your money.
Exactly.
They're
gonna want your jewelry.
That'll like that.
Yeah.
But I think, again, I think he was 100% set up. Maybe I'm eating my words. Maybe he was that stupid to make a drug deal. I don't know.
No, yeah,
I don't think anyone's that stupid to do that.
Yeah.
Do we got any other news?
Sure. Let me just pull it up here again. Hang on. So apparently, let me go down here 1 second. So apparently, they have, so the RIAA have recertified all of Curtis, 50 Cent Jackson's platinum records. So let me just get the stats here. Let me just scroll down and get the stats here. 1 second. So they recertified all of his platinum records. Where is it? So I think a record that he released in 2016 called "I Am the Man" featuring Chris Brown has now been certified gold. It's been certified gold now, and a lot of his older records have basically almost
I know
diamond.
In the Club
In the club, yes. In
is
the
now
club.
9 times platinum.
9 times, yeah, almost diamond, yes. 9 times platinum, yes. So, yeah, so all of his older records from Get Rich or Die Trying and beyond, they've almost reached diamond status, which is a level above platinum. I guess that's the most you can get is diamond.
Yeah.
So
diamond.
yeah, so considering that it's 2023 and 50 Cent is still having all of this success, I guess he achieved his goal. I guess he achieved his goal of getting rich and not dying, or you know what I mean? So
Yeah. Well, he almost died trying.
exactly. So
but shout out to 50 Cent again. I'm a huge 50 Cent fan like you.
yeah,
to see that people are still listening to his music here in
Yes, sir.
2023, just like I am. On my Apple playlist, it's a shitload of 50 Cent and Jesus. Also, a lot of the features
yes,
got recertified, and that just goes to show you, like, not only that, it's like you hop on the 50 Cent song, it's gonna be a hit.
yeah, automatically, for sure. Also, and in other 50 Cent news, he is headlining the Lovers and Friends Festival that's gonna happen in May 6th in Vegas. So I think the Lovers and Friends Festival is put on by Nelly. I think Nelly puts on this festival every year or prior to the.
So that's around the same date as Bamboozle.
Oh yeah, it is. So I'm guessing that they put all the festivals like dated near each other, right? Probably.
Yeah, I mean that one's in Vegas.
Yeah.
This one's in Jersey, so it's on different coasts.
Yeah.
But
so
May is a good time for festivals because it's like right before the summer.
Exactly.
You know, it's a good time. You know,
Yeah.
it's springtime. You know, a lot of concerts start happening around April, May.
Right. Coachella. Oh, another big one is, I don't think there's any information about it, but Coachella also is supposed to happen in April as well, I believe, right? It's a festival that happens every April.
Yeah.
Close to that.
I haven't been to a festival yet, but I do plan on going to one. Like I it's on my bucket list, you know.
Yeah.
I want to either go to a metal festival or like a Bamboozle.
So when exactly, do you know when exactly Bamboozled is? Is it
May 5th through 6th?
Oh, May 6th.
I mean May 7th.
May 7th. Okay.
May 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's a 3-day festival.
Okay, so this Lovers and Friends Festival is only one day. It's only Saturday, May 6th. In Las Vegas. At their festival grounds. So it's in Vegas. If anybody wants to attend, I think tickets are on sale right now, actually. So
yeah, these festivals, you got to buy them in advance.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to get the advance.
I don't know. You want to wrap it up for this episode?
Yeah. Let's wrap it up for this episode. So Yes. So get the so just to reiterate, you guys can get the Lovers and Friends festival tickets right now, and yeah, and 50 has had his records recertified in almost diamond and platinum status. So for Chris, for our producer Carl, and for this entire show, we will see you guys next week. And I think next week is our first live show. So
Yep.
stay tuned to our Facebook and
8 p.m.
YouTube and other places where we go live, which is basically everywhere. For next week is our first live show. So see you guys next
And
week.
guys, don't forget to check out that new metal band. There'll be well,
Yes,
this
sir.
is airing. So January 27th, today at 7 p.m. Paradise Island, Staten Island, New York. Check out that new metal band on Facebook. Check out their covers and go check them out. Like Costa said, on behalf of the Rock and Rap Connection, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to another episode of the Rock and Rap Connection. As always, be excellent to each other and I'm sorry, you might have to edit this one out. As always, be excellent to each other and party on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Peace out, guys.